Hey everyone, and welcome to this Facebook Live about how can you shine your light if you're hiding in the shadows. A lot of the times we all know that our soul is guiding us every single step of the way, yet we sometimes dismiss it, push it away, or pretend that we'll get back to it later on. The one thing I wanted to share with people was that intuition is about having self-awareness, about being able to understand that your soul is guiding you every single step of the way. Hey Cameron, how are you, love? And it does that in multiple different ways, as ways to give you an opportunity to step up, to be able to take the next step, to be able to follow that guidance and learn to trust that intuition within your own self. So that self-awareness is how your soul communicates to you intuitively to guide you along your journey of life. Now, most people think intuition is based primarily so that you can be psychic or, use it in that arena, but it's there for every single area of your life. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Marie. Hey, Anna. How is everyone? So I wanted to come in because there will always be parts along your journey where your self-awareness gets heightened, and that is because your soul is communicating to you, that is either giving you a gentle nudge to be able to say, hey, you need to stop doing something, or you need to start doing something. You may get a feeling in the direction that you want to go in, or you'll just have that inner knowing where you just know what you need to do to bring yourself back into alignment. This is how our soul communicates to us intuitively. Oh, that's cool, Maria. How is everyone? I just got distracted there for a second by the comments. So the reason I wanted to come in and share with this is that we are always getting these intuitive guidances, yet a lot of the times we either suppress it, we pretend it's not there, or we let that human part jump in and we go, oh, I'll take care of that tomorrow. It's not really that important. And we move into a space of wondering why we don't actually trust our intuition. And therefore, when we do get that real important intuitive nudge, we haven't got the trust developed because we haven't been following that inner guidance that has been helping you along the way. Each one of these intuitive nudges can come through in a really gentle format. And if we don't listen to that, because guess what? Your soul is always with you 24/7. So it'll give you these really nice, gentle nudges. And then one day it's a bit like a human that just loses its shit and it goes to, you know what? I'm going to give you a soulful kick up the ass because I'm giving you this guidance to lead you towards where you want to go, but you're putting it off, and your procrastination is not serving anyone. It's not helping you on that master plan. It's not helping you achieve the things that you want to do, and it's not helping you break through those crappy limitations or illusions that we've put inside of our own head. Yeah, Tracy, I totally agree with you. There's that aspect where your soul will come in if it needs to give you that soulful kick up the ass, because it's there reminding you that you do have this gorgeous master plan. Every single person that walks this earth has something valuable to contribute to this world. And hiding in the shadows is not helping anyone. Least of all, it's not helping you with your own self-esteem and your belief and taking the courage to move forward in the direction that really is something that you're incredibly passionate about. So when your intuition comes in and gives you these nudges, the reason it's doing it is to help you strengthen and adjust your boundaries. A lot of the times, doesn't matter what age you're at certain parts along your journey, you're always going to have time frames where your soul says, hey, we need to do a recalibration, adjust the boundaries, because we've let everything become too flexible. And that flexibility could be you saying yes to things that you don't want to do, or yes to people that you don't really want to spend time with. You're saying no to situations rather than stepping up and allowing yourself to say, yes, I'm going to do this. Those boundaries are also around the boundaries within your own self, where you are not choosing to follow that inner guidance that is coming through. So bringing those boundaries in to make you more aware and taking more ownership for the direction that you're going in. Because guess what? Your intuition and your soul is always going to guide you. It's that human part of ourselves that wants to come in and go, I'm too busy, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I haven't really got time for it. But the human part doesn't understand how vitally important it is to your overall journey in life. Our human part of ourselves is all about logic and rational and finding and understanding around something, whereas our intuition is about following what's within our heart, what we know we're here to accomplish, how we're here to best serve. So we can, if we stay stuck in our head all the time, we don't get that beautiful in-depth connection to the vitality of why this information is coming through. And so therefore it's really important to be able to understand, how do we work with this human and this intuitive part of ourselves so we can get them to mesh and unite beautifully and get them to work cohesively together. So what will happen is, once you start becoming aware that your boundaries have become really flexible, this is where this human part can come in and go to, and really tap into thinking that the way to motivate you is through triggering off anger by saying to you, you know, you need to get your shit together. You know, you've been doing this for ages. Why are you doing this to yourself? You know you want this. And the human part of ourselves thinks that that really inspires and gets us going, but it really doesn't, because a lot of the times, if this intuitive information that's been coming through, or these nudges that have been coming through that we haven't been following, if we know that we haven't been doing them for a long time, that anger soon starts to turn into resentment. It turns into guilt. It turns into shame. And all of that only just keeps us hidden in the darkness even more. And so what you want to be able to do in this moment is learn how to channel that anger towards doing something constructive. Think about, what is it, that intuitive information that's coming through. Channel that anger towards looking at the action steps. What are the things that you need to do? What kind of boundaries need to be adjusted? How do you get clear on what it is that you need to do? Because without clarity, you don't have direction. You just run around with your head chopped off. So this is how, once we've got clarity, those moments where you feel that anger starting to come up, channel it towards the direction that you want to go in. Those goals, those moments where you start shining your light, wondering how you can contribute to the world, how you can step up and take ownership for all the things that you want in this world. This is how we use that connection between self-awareness, that intuitive guidance, and allowing our soul to work with us to be able to achieve all the things that we want. And we simply learn to do that through just tuning into that guidance that's coming through, trusting that that information that is coming through is for your highest potential. And when you're working towards being able to achieve those things, guess what? You're going to have doubt turn up. It's undeniable. But turn those doubts into belief. Change those thought processes. Learn to believe in yourself. These are all the things that your soul is providing to you the moment that it is giving you intuitive nudges to remind you that you are here to shine. I mean, I know we throw the word around, shine your light, but it really is about being able to have the strength in yourself to follow your dreams and know that your dreams have validity, and know that there's something really important, not only for you, but for your family. Because guess what? When you show up and you start following those intuitive nudges, and you start bringing and adjusting your boundaries, and you start learning to channel your anger, and you start chasing those dreams and going in the directions of the things that really set your soul on fire, that creates this massive learning point that your family members learn. So the things that you're doing is helping to change patterns within your family. And therefore they then go and change things for other people as well, because you have taught them. And then with the knowledge and the way that you want to be able to show up and share your own uniqueness with the world, this is where showing up and shining is all about. It's about learning to believe in yourself and chasing those dreams, and knowing that your intuition is going to be there to support you every single step of the way. This is something that I am truly passionate about. I feel like intuition has been made into something that is really, really complicated. Yet when you understand how it is communicating to you, how to simplify the process so that you can follow that guidance, it really becomes very, very simple. But that human part of ourselves, as I always say, loves to complicate the goddamn shit out of everything. So remember, whenever that intuitive guidance is coming through, simplicity is the best. If you get into a place of confusion or overwhelm, that's where you're tuning into that human part of yourself that is all about logic and reasoning. Sometimes that intuitive guidance isn't always doesn't always come with reasoning. Sometimes you have to go along, follow the guidance that you receive to then receive the receive the reasoning or understanding of why you're doing it. But it's about keeping that momentum, that energy flowing, because when we get stuck and we start procrastinating, we start hiding our own talents. This is where energy gets stuck. This is where we start to plummet downwards. We start to not believe in ourselves. We stop trusting in ourselves. We stop doing the things that we believe in, all because our energy is getting stuck within us on a holistic level, mind, body, soul, and spiritual level. Energy loves momentum. Allow that energy to flow. Stay deeply connected to what is going on inside your world. Tune into what is the information that's coming through. How can you use this? Where is this leading to? And all of this is going to help you take ownership for the life that you're living, for the life that you want to create, and about leaving a beautiful impact on this world. And we all have that capability to do it. And it all begins with bringing that self-awareness to those intuitive guidance that is coming through. So use it, harness it, embrace it, and you will find that life will become a lot more simpler when you learn to work with that intuitive part of yourself. Definitely, Tracy and Anna, keep it simple, and trusting that your soul is never going to lead you in a direction that is not for your highest potential. And the human part of ourself, the intellectual part of ourself, doesn't have the capability to understand what the soul knows. So sometimes when we try and use rational and try and use logic, you're using a sense that's not going to be to your advantage right at that point. So as I said, you are going to get these nudges. You either can take them from a gentle format or get that spiritual kick up the ass to remind you that something is really important. Stop letting yourself down. Step up, that you are capable of it. Channel your anger towards fueling it to fire and keep that passion within you ignited. And believe me, when you use this intuitive self-awareness and this guidance, you're going to always be able to connect in with yourself to make sure that you're staying in alignment with yourself so that you can reach your highest potential, so that you can always be elevating yourself to that next level, awesome version of yourself. We aren't supposed to get stuck in our comfort zone, because you don't grow when you're in your comfort zone. So I really hope that this has given everyone something that they can use to be able to walk away with and start using straight away. If you would love to learn how to be able to develop your intuition and learn how to tune into that self-awareness, you'll find that there is a link in the header where feel free to jump in and book a sacred soul chat where you can come in and have a chat with me about all things intuition and see if there's a way that I can potentially help you so that you can start living your dreams. So much love to you all. Take care, and remember, self-awareness is your soulful way that your intuition is communicating to you. So trust it and believe it. It knows more than you do.